Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find... Can sense you want to practice your skills at bartering. A good deal all around. Let's see. Let's hope the beast keeps listening to you. Got that? Sometimes what you'll see doesn't feel real until it brings you back to that particular moment, like stepping into a time machine. It's hard to shake these memories and their accompanying feelings. Our brains play tricks on us, so it will take effort to avoid them. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. You weren't supposed to know how to start the automaton pew-pew pang, but clearly you figured that out way back then. Good ride long. Tell it, no biting. The yerp fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. That's a hope hall. Some used to go there every week to join hands and hope together. Not so much hope to go around these days.
Smirked!
Get off! More than a flesh wound. Hot metal. One down.
Right between the eyes. Face-fisted.
You have a good eye for that stuff. Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Light instantly banishes dark.
How much light do you really need?
All the light, all of it!
I mean, you could leave a little space for the dark.
All the light.
See that plastic scrap over there? It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's. There it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. This is Dixie's goods. There's an outfitter and an upgrade bench. Let's see. Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods anywhere. Thinks you should practice patience if you want to make a good deal here. You need to believe how serious this is if you want to have any effect on it. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. Wonder what you could make with that. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Easy for things to hide down here.
Balu, Tulu, Ko, Bubuya, Buy.
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds.
Mauketo, Tul Atu, Iamalao.
You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility.
Balu, Putulua, Lua Tolu, Tum.
He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Koyetu Korebu.
Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots.
Atu Wamawa.
He promises he'll be there for you. Just come talk to him beneath the tree if you're feeling lost.
Vunko, Vuntu. Taimis.
Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone.
Ya Yumawa.
Think of the present because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things.
Nuekek Ujbar no barke.
If you continue to do good, good will follow you.
Yudnulua Tula. Ugambun ang Ugagad Yebromo Wufu.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark.
Tu Wavu, come Reaper.
He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive.
Cobra Yake.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees.
Come Reaper, Kabobe Farhi.
He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core.
Yalawa Watnawa.
The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate.
Kuzata Ghetto. Mauya.
He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head.
Paikatawa the Wata. Oloi Bobo Paweg.
It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real.
Atu Awa Ya Momombusu?
He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground.
Atu Awa Ya.
The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out.
Lotolu Bayo.
The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end.
Kotuvon ko kumvunkonu. Chintwata motihuasa.
He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
Chintwata motihuasa. Kotuvon ko kumvunkonu.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Loma utulu ba.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast. Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled. Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Noborak.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Shintuata motihuasa. Reaper.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Ewe bobuye.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Koyetu kowebu.
He says you really need to go see Goop as soon as possible.
Boyubut pai ketawa.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Mauketo tolu ayadre.
Says talking to you was interesting. Time to ride.